It's Saturday, May 30th. And today I want to talk about the most evil man in government, Mitch McConnell. Now, Mitch McConnell is sitting on a $500 billion relief package. And the reason he's sitting on it is because he wants to give immunity to all businesses. He and his Republican compatriots want immunities for companies that negligently spread COVID-19. Negligently spread means they haven't protected their employees properly. So I don't believe that we should be able to sue for every damn thing. And I think we're a very litigious society as it is. But I think if you want to get immunity from something, and this immunity comes with the fact that the employee, if they refuse to come back to work, that is, they consider that quitting and they lose their unemployment insurance benefits. They lose their benefits. So this is a one-way street. Mitch is paving a one-way street for the corporations. They're not going to be responsible for anything. The employees will lose their jobs if they feel that the working conditions are not safe enough, and you take away the right to them to sue. So I say that they need to have a quid pro quo. If we're going to give immunity to the companies, then we have to give something to the employees to protect them. And it all starts with, let's call it, a bill of COVID-19 rights. This is what the employers must do. This is what they must provide. And if they do all of those things, and an employee gets sick, the employee has given up the right to sue. But he should be compensated in some way, shape, or form. So I believe that if you want the employees to give up their right, then you, as the employers, should put together a fund, much like the 9/11 fund. You put together a fund, and if these people get sick and they die, then the fund is required to give money to the family. And of course, we're talking about getting sick and dying from COVID-19. We're not just talking about getting sick, and we're not talking about accidents. We're not talking, everything we're doing is in relation to COVID-19. So I believe there should be a fund. And the fund would have life insurance type benefits and health benefits. So if you got sick and you couldn't work for 6 months or a year, you get paid out of this fund. And if you end up with a debilitating condition caused by COVID-19, then you should get compensated from the fund for that. Lifetime compensation. Now, Mitch has done some nasty and callous things in his tenure as majority leader, but this ranks up right near the top of the nastiest one. Attempting to grant immunity to companies without setting up some kind of compensation to take care of the people who work and make these businesses profitable. Now, Mitch is not alone in this evil deed. This awful package that they're trying to sell has been on the GOP's wish list for years. It's called tort reform. Tort law covers a wide range of personal injury lawsuits against businesses or individuals. And Mitch and his cohorts want to get rid of that. And Mitch has signaled that COVID-19 corporate immunity is his red line for considering another much-needed economic stimulus package. So he's holding the package hostage. He's keeping the money from state and local governments, which are targeted to receive these $500 billion in aid. And this package was passed by the House in mid-May. So it's already 2 weeks that he's been hanging on to it. And he's already made clear to the states that he's willing to let them go bankrupt. What a asshole. That he's willing to let them go bankrupt rather than provide them with federal assistance. So you can see what kind of a prick he is when he makes statements like that. Now, if you think about this, granting immunity to these businesses would transfer the costs of damages to the employees onto the employees themselves and onto society. At the same time, it would sharply reduce the incentives to minimize the COVID-19 transmission. They wouldn't have to provide much protection at all. I'm not saying that all businesses are like that, but there are plenty of businesses that would take shortcuts with the protective gear required to stop COVID-19 transmission. Now, here's the scary part of this thing. I believe that part of this episode about immunity is because Trump and Mcconnell are worried about the consequences of opening up too early, just to get the economy rolling. And they put themselves in a position where the COVID-19 could strike back now. And so they want to grant immunity just in case that happened. And, that kind of behavior is unconscionable. And this is not about greedy lawyers, which is one of McConnell's favorite lines. This is about protecting the businesses who open too early and cause COVID-19 to flare up again. This is a protection of big business, nothing more than that. And it's unconscionable. And with that, I will leave you until tomorrow. Bye.